Then we have Nurullo Aliev taking on Yanal Ashmouz. One of the only 2 fights I don't have odds for here, but I'm pretty confident in my pick. And if my pick doesn't align with the odds, we're going to have a 5th bet on this card. We got Nurullo Aliev. He's a dominant wrestler who has been competing his entire life. People love to compare him to Khabib, and that's not a crazy comparison to make. Yes, it is, if we're talking accomplishments and all that crap. But if we're talking just straight up style, it's not an insane comparison to make. Because he comes forward, he's got that forward pressure wrestling, he will chain wrestle, and he will work. He's not desperate with it. He's not shooting instantly. He's striking, it's technical, and then he works in that wrestling. He also has got the beard with no mustache. I mean, it's like looking in the mirror. He's got decent striking as well. He's light on his feet, and he pumps that jab. He'll work in the takedowns. The takedowns are powerful. They're relentless, but they're not fast. He's not very fast. He's coming off that win over Rafael Alves, where a point was deducted for an alleged bite. He denies it, but he definitely bit that motherfucker. He's taking on Yanal Ashmouz. This guy's a well-rounded guy who does a great job adjusting in fights. He's going to come out striking. He'll throw heavy. He might even work in a spinning attack and then adjust to wrestling if he's not having the success that he expected to. He's got a solid chin, very solid base. He can be heavy on top if he gets it there. There's nothing explicitly amazing about Yanal, but he is strong. He is powerful. He can grind out wins. He's coming off that grapple heavy win over an absolute god-awful, terrible Trevor Peek, where just the tiniest bit of technique will get you a long way. Yanal's a guy that I have had success picking in the past. I picked him both times when he was an underdog. In his UFC debut against Sam Patterson, in that fight against Trevor Peek. And we don't have odds yet here, but he's likely going to be an underdog for the 3rd time. But this time I'm not picking him. I think Nurullo is going to win. I'm going with the cannibal in this matchup. He bit Alves and he got away with it, so he might have some MMA karma waiting on him. But assuming the MMA gods just let it slide, hey, you bit the dude, who gives a shit? If they let that slide, then I think Nurullo Aliev's forward pressure, the takedowns, I think it's going to be enough to get the win here. Again, we don't have odds. The very second we do have odds, if somehow Nurullo is an underdog, or somehow this is it opens at -110, I'm jumping on it. Because I think Nurullo gets it done. I'm fairly confident in that outcome. Again, if you have the app, you'll get a push notification.